Hello, welcome to A Better Yes, Session 1, From Survival to Self. This is Candace, founder of The Awakened Mom. You've spent years, possibly decades, trying to stay safe. It just might not have occurred to you that that's what was happening, this word safe. You learned how to read the room. You learned how to anticipate everyone else's needs. You became skilled at minimizing your own desires to avoid conflict, pain, or abandonment. Survival made you hypervigilant, reactive, self-protective. But survival isn't where your authentic self lives. The voice of your authentic self isn't loud. It's not demanding. It doesn't control through fear or urgency. It whispers. It waits for stillness. It shows up when you finally soften enough to hear it. The shift starts when you learn to recognize, I am not broken. I've been surviving. And I am ready to lead from something different now. Oh, take a nice breath with me for a moment, pausing to reflect on your own personal resonance. The places where, when I add in little statements such as survival made you hypervigilant, reactive, or self-protectant, what came up for you in those moments? Is there a space? Is there a date, a memory, a story that immediately comes to your attention? Can you feel into that memory? Do you recognize the emotion that was held there? The details surrounding the story. This is your body awakening. This is something your body is holding on to as an emotional attachment. And it's asking you to please take a look. There's something here for you. In my world, what some may label bad, or this is an awful situation, for me, this is an awakening moment. And I'd like to share that as an invitation for a perspective shift. Once you see it, once it's been illuminated, once it's been brought up from the subconscious to the conscious level, it's a whole new party. It's a whole new avenue of being able to navigate. Let's back up just for a hot second. Survival patterns aren't failures. They were a mechanism put into place when you avoided conflict, pain, or abandonment. Those were strategies from a very, very smart and wise part of yourself. They showed up because at that moment in time, that's what was needed for your body to stay safe, for you to stay safe. This again is where that expansion of the word safe comes into play. Sometimes it just doesn't quite resonate. What do you mean safe? I wasn't in a dangerous situation. I wasn't about to step into oncoming traffic. It's a little bit confusing, but this again is where I invite you to take on this perspective of there's a system running inside you. This system has a name. It's called your nervous system. Just for a name, your nervous system is leading from a place that believes the situation you are in equals that of you stepping in front of an oncoming car. It's trying to protect you. That's its job. Our survival patterns aren't failures. It's what we needed at that time. So when we start looking at hypervigilance and people pleasing and overfunctioning, and we have the space now opened to reveal a softness, a stillness, and a trust, you switch, a little switch, into what I call expanding your capacity. And within this capacity is the moment you switch from survival mode to beginning to lead from your authentic self. So think of a situation that might have come up for you. Where do I see my survival patterns still trying to lead me, still trying to navigate a situation as if it were back then? But here you are now. So what if the shift is leading from trusting yourself, leading from a space that's not as familiar to you? Just sit with that for a moment. You don't have to fight your survival patterns. You don't. In fact, softening into these survival patterns is the bridge that's needed to go from then to right now, and to simply recognize, wow, there it is. I can see it now. And I no longer need to respond from that place. A Better Yes, Session 1, From Survival to Self.